Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Max Jaw, joining today with Mr. Big D.
What up?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, doing pretty well.
Well,
How are you?
I'm doing. I'm not doing as good as Vince McMahon is, though.
I don't know.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
What do you think? Okay, well, I gotta know. Okay, so Vince McMahon. It is now officially confirmed that Vince McMahon is back on the board of the chairman. Well, he's not the chairman of the board. Stephanie McMahon is the chairman of the board, but he's officially back on board with WWE, on WWE's board. So
Right.
he's not necessarily chairman, but I think the news is they're officially looking, or he's officially looking to sell the company.
Yeah.
Wh-
Which makes sense. So,
Okay, so what do you think was going to happen had he not come back and the things were going the way they went with Triple H? Like, was Vince McMahon just going to hold on to the
well, I
company?
mean, yeah, I mean, well, he still had majority percentage of the company, so
Yeah.
it's not like it's not like they got rid of him completely. Um, I mean, the biggest thing is just the main purpose that he came back, and that's because he wouldn't accept like any deals or anything with any other media. So when their TV deal started to come to an end, you know, they wouldn't have any. They wouldn't have anywhere to go. Um, because he would just say no.
Mm.
Just he pretty much put WWE at hostage in a sense. I mean, he didn't really need to. I think a lot of it's overblown, like
Oh, okay.
blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
Um,
I
like
think
I haven't like everybody's all freaking out. I haven't freaked out at all.
you haven't freaked
Um,
out.
no, I don't really plan on
I
it.
love that. I don't plan on freaking out, bro. I don't plan on freaking out
No,
about this.
at least not yet. Like I don't like, and I don't know. It's all in writing, and I mean, I know that only goes so far, but
I mean, you know how it
he's
is with news,
he's
man. It's like even us making this segment, it just like I know we're about to watch. So for those who are listening to this, or those who will be listening to this, we're about to watch 2001 Royal Rumble, and I think we're turning into more of a watch along channel, which is great. Because I have so much more fun doing that. I just had to ask this question, like the way he left, Vince McMahon left, it sounded like it was like, oh shit, like okay, he definitely needs to step away from WWE, and it seemed like it was so sudden, and it seemed like it was just like, okay, that's it. And then all of
right.
a sudden, it's like, oh, Vince McMahon is back, like after, so many months after, like, all the news has, settled, and now Vince McMahon is back, and he's on the board of, would it be a board of trustees? But he's not the head, he's not the chairman of the board. So that's
No,
interesting. But
he's
it's like if you own the percentage, if you own the most percent, then you're de facto. I mean, he never lost. Excuse me. He never lost WWE, and it sounded like he did. It sounded like Vince McMahon is out, Triple H is in. You're like, wow, but just as a head of creative. But it's like I saw the news, and it was so overblown, like you said, too.
yeah,
And it
yeah,
was like, oh, Vince McMahon is back, and it's like, what about all these women that he? And it's like, no, it's not quite like that. And I was under the impression after all the news has settled down that these were all consensual things.
right. Well,
So
they made an announcement a day or two after he came back and all that, and that they had voted a couple of weeks ago, um, that they didn't want him back at all. So like but they also know that there's information that still hasn't been released about his like legal shit.
Ah.
There's still stuff that they know that the public doesn't know. So
Mm.
they're not comfortable with having him being any. They don't want they don't want him to be a part of anything really. But the facts are facts is that he owns the most percentage of the company, and that's just facts. You can't change that. So when he threatens or just reminds people that, hey, I have majority, and I'm not gonna allow this to happen or this to happen through the media shit, which is most of their income, I would presume.
Basically, he told him,
Um,
"You have no chance."
right, right.
I had
But
to.
so
Sorry.
then, so then Friday they had a meeting Friday afternoon. All hands on deck. Triple H led the meeting,
On heads on his
and
deck. Oh
on deck check.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Um, so, but in this meeting, it was announced that Vince, like Triple H, like nothing. Vince McMahon is nowhere near or close to the creative. Um, it's just he's there just to get as much money as he can before he's done in life. I think. Um,
Watch Vince
and
McMahon.
I mean, it
Like,
might. I mean, it might be like the day that it sells, that day or the day after he might pass away. I don't know.
oh Jesus.
Like, well, no, shit in life happens like that. Look at Ultimate Warrior. He gets into the Hall of Fame finally, and then the next day, he's on Raw, and then that night he's gone.
Yeah, that's
Like
crazy.
it's just life works in weird ways.
Oh, so
And
you're saying it's like a marriage, like when two people are married for like 50 some years, 60 years, and like the husband passes away, and then the wife passes away like next day or a couple of days later, that type of
right,
thing. Oh, so what you're saying is that Vince McMahon is married to WWE so much that when he officially retires, that may be it. And I mean, I
I
don't
mean,
know,
who
like
knows?
nobody
I
wishes
mean,
death on anybody.
that's
Well, never mind.
that's what that's what they were worried about. That's what they were worried about when he retired a couple months ago.
Yeah,
They were really worried about like his health, his mental health, and all that afterwards because this is all he knows. This is all that he's done, and you know,
yeah,
but
Vinnie
but
Mac.
whatever.
Yeah.
But outside that, I mean, their new TV deals have to be um, whatever reset or talked about. That has to be all figured out by the middle of this year.
Mm-hmm.
So by then, if they're going to sell it, it's got to be sold by then in order to keep those steps in line. And yeah, so like they're projecting it to be 2 to 3 months that it's going to be sold, which
Gotcha.
is fairly quick. I guess that's fairly quick. Um, I don't know. I'm not, and like a lot of people are like, "Oh, don't sell it." Whoever buys it, they're not going to keep it the same or anything. And it's like, I don't agree with that either. Like, it's like people that are going to buy this, they're going to buy this to make money. WWE just made $1 billion last year, and for the first time, and that it's going up and up and up. So whoever ends up buying them, they're not going to change many things. I guess the only thing is who buys it and then where their product is going to be showcased. It's like I think it's I personally think Comcast is going to buy them, which is NBC and Peacock,
Mm.
and they also own USA Network. So USA Network, nothing changes there. Only and the biggest change would be SmackDown would leave Fox when their contract is up and then move to NBC. And Comcast has already come out and said that they would air their pay-per-views or premium live events on NBC as well, and not just the Peacock, but they would also be on cable television.
I think now is the time, Big D, for us to reveal the big news.
What's that?
Oh, don't act like you don't know, bro.
I don't know what the big
You're
news
so
is.
nice. We're here to officially announce that the Jawbers are buying WWE, and
I didn't know.
we are buying WWE. We're putting $1 down, just like Vince McMahon did when he bought the WWE himself.
Make that $2.
$2. That's right. We doubled his offer,
Yes.
and he saw what we were trying to do, and he said,
And all their
"Yes,
content will be done through watch-alongs.
that's right. Yes, we will take it off Peacock and everywhere else, and they're just gonna wrestle in." They're gonna wrestle in the jungles of Tanzania and shit. We're gonna
Sign
we're
up
gonna
to
put rings everywhere.
sign up to our Discord
Yeah.
to watch to watch live.
But he did buy WWE for $1. I
Yeah, that's
mean,
crazy.
it's just the backloaded. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we can
So,
too. So I already called them. They said no.
oh,
Yeah, but I was like, hey,
I didn't.
let me
I
speak
didn't
to
see it.
the man who actually says no chance, please, because I don't want to talk to Linda. Because obviously she can't get it. There's a lot of things that get past her that she don't know about. That she finds out
Apparently.
later. Yeah. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I
Yeah.
thought it was cool to see Vince McMahon back in the sense that it's like, oh, what an ultimate villain move. Like
Right.
that'd be so cool. He
Well,
just comes back.
and
He's like,
you
fuck you all.
and and you said that, and even still, I questioned you as
Yeah.
like what? Like I don't know, because I don't see anything as an evil move that he's doing.
Well, he
I
left under
mean,
such circumstance that
oh
uh,
right.
that like it sounded
No,
like he ain't coming back, bro. That's what it sounded like, and maybe he's not back, but that's just it. He's still the majority of
right.
WWE, majority owner of WWE, and what are you gonna do? He calls the shots.
Oh yeah.
So capitalism for the win. I just feel like that was not the last of Vince McMahon. No way they could have been it. Like no matter what.
Yeah.
Um,
And now we'll just see where we'll see what happens going forward because I mean legally it's in writing that he's not he's not going after the creative role. That's all AAA. Like everyone has their same job and all that. He
yeah,
did get rid of a couple people and he brought some people back. I don't know who they were, but
Laurinaitis.
that's all. No. That's why everyone's freaking out about. They're like, oh, they're gonna bring back Laurinaitis. Like, no, like he's just there to
That would just be funny at that point, bro.
exactly. Well, yeah, I mean, but then by then it's like everyone would leave, and I'm sure it wouldn't be that long that Triple H would start his own company, and they would just flock over to him because he's the biggest reason why all these people are coming back. It's Triple
Yes.
H.
Um.
So
So the last question then, who do you think is gonna buy them? And I know you said that. I've
yeah,
read that there's a Saudi fund that
yeah. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of companies.
but can you imagine like WWE is bought by Saudis? Can you imagine that? That'd be so weird. Although I think you would see some old humor back, like some Attitude Era treatment, or I won't say treatment of women, but portrayal of women. Uh, so like when I heard Saudis are buying WWE or could potentially buy WWE, I was like, "Ooh, puppies are coming back," you know. And it's like, holy shit! Like this is
So let's see. As of I think it was yesterday,
mhm.
um, the list of companies that are potential buyers are Comcast, Fox, Disney, Warner Brothers, Netflix, Amazon, um, Endeavor Group right, oops, Endeavor Group Holdings. I don't know
Mm.
who they are,
That might be the
and
Saudis.
Liberty Media.
Mm.
Um, in an update, Front Office Sports is reporting that Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund
Oh, that's
is
it.
they're emerging as a possible bidder.
Ah.
Um,
Please just no Disney.
yeah,
That's
but
like
then
I'd
this,
rather Saudis buy it than Disney. That's
yeah.
terrible.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
I don't know
I
either,
think,
man.
I think, like even if they bought it, it's not. I mean, they're not gonna have fucking, I don't know, Disney themed matches or anything like that.
That would be funny. Frozen match.
Yeah, well, WWE's doing freaking Mountain Dew sponsored matches again. So, but
Dude,
yeah,
this
I
like
don't know.
I
I
don't.
mean,
Yeah, it's a little like I just sponsors like it just feels so fake, you know. Like the, I'm glad they're moving the rating up at least a little bit. So you know of they I don't know if they've moved it yet. They probably have, but you know
I don't think
I've
so.
heard some bitches thrown around. You know, um, you son of a bitch, and that WrestleMania that was bleeped out, and it's like, oh my god, people, it's like, come on, like, give me a break. It's just having to appease most these advertisers, sponsors is like it's a, I personally think it detracts from the product, but it also gives them some like you know how you set up the rails when you bowl. I also feel
Yeah,
like if you don't have that, if you don't have some rails, then you get like AW conundrums, which are like, okay, well, we're gonna say whatever we want to say, and the next thing you know, people don't get like the fact that the word fuck has so much more impact if you don't use it all the time, or word shit, or word, you know, any bad word, like you can't use it all the time because it just kind of it grinds itself, you know, into
right.
nothing, into no meaning. And the same thing, it's like, well, if you just let the talent just say whatever the fuck they want to say, then it just sounds like they're amateurish. I don't know. I always complain about that, but anyway, I'm not the biggest fan of sponsors, and like if no matter who they get purchased by, I mean it's probably going to be the same battle. It's like, okay, well, we want, you can't say this, you can't say that. I think they position their product where it is, where it's supposed to be, as is. I just I don't know, man. It's a big deal to for WWE to not be in the hands of the McMahon, of a McMahon. Um, that's strange to me, and I guess it is officially becoming an end of an era. Whereas
Oh
before,
yeah.
like it was almost like a sudden shock, but that was the beginning, I guess. Now it's officially there.
Right. And I think like if he sells it or when he does sell it, I think it's inevitable. Um, I think that's the way he should go out
Hmm.
in my mind. Like I don't
So
know.
so
Like
Stephanie and Shane and Triple H do not have enough money to buy WWE.
apparently not. I mean I don't know. Like,
Okay.
I don't even know what they're like. I haven't seen any like projected amount that like it would be sold for. Um,
Well, it's what's their worth, really. What is WWE's worth? Let's find out. Okay, but no, I don't want images. All right. Okay, so World Wrestling Entertainment, their market capitalization is $6.27 billion. They're 84.27 US dollars. Hey man, when I was looking, they were like in the 20s. Are you kidding me?
That's what.
They were in the 20s. So like last time I looked at WWE stock, they were in the 20s. Am I wrong?
It skyrocketed
Yeah.
once McMahon announced that he was returning. Their stock went through the roof.
Okay, so December 28th, it was $67. Let's see year to date. There were, so when did I look at this? March 2022. Let's see here. When did I look at this? 35. So I must have been looking into 2020. They started, yeah, so they were the lowest they were in 2020. No, 37. Yeah, 33. That's what I saw. That's where I saw. Oh, dude. I literally saw it at the bottom. I saw the rock bottom of. Dude, can you imagine if you jumped in at $30, $33? It's not 84.
Mm.
Almost triple your money. So McMahon gets booted. That was in what? June or no? August? No, September. So they were at 68, and then they jumped to 84 in what? A day? No. 5 days. Yeah, shit. January 5th. 3 days. They jumped up to 88. Holy crap, man.
They knew why.
When did they announce Vince McMahon was back?
um, Probably, yeah. That might be the day before, maybe the fourth.
Mm.
They're saying just like the stock rose overnight.
Yeah, it went from $72 to 88. That's a pretty nice little oh, man. Okay. Anyway, I think it's time to button this up. Vince McMahon, one more shot. One more time. Play his music just one more time.
Oh, I don't think we won't see him.
No chance in hell. You've got. We don't have to see him. You just play his music one more time. Ring the bell 10 times, and
he's gonna he's gonna be the number 30 entrant in the Royal Rumble.
yes, yes, and he'll win it. And he'll win it. And he's like, I'm out. Oh, that would be awesome. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Okay, well, that's us. We're the Jawbers, Jawbers. Check us out, The Jawbers on YouTube and everywhere where you get your social lubrication at. I don't know what that means, but here we're going with that. Vic is looking at me like she's just nodding, and then she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? All right. That was Big D.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter what you're talking about because nobody cares. Because you got no chance in hell. All right. Well, thanks, Big D.
Yeah, no problem.